Hello, and welcome to the future of accessible learning and independence for individuals with special needs. My name is Yevana Choshko, and my co-presenter is Sainan Shelvaraja. And here's the rest of our awesome team. And now we have a short video highlighting our solution with the Active Lives Day program, as well as our team members, Connor and Jake. Think about it. The typical person completes thousands of subtasks throughout their morning. But did you know approximately 1 billion or 15% of the world's population are confronted with some form of cognitive disability within their lifetime? Due to COVID, teachers, caregivers, and family members are often forced to distance themselves. Therefore, people with additional needs are not receiving the support they require. IAM is a self-sufficient audio management app. It allows its user to independently complete tasks throughout their school, work, home, or leisure part of the day. Imagine the satisfaction of completing a simple task such as making your bed independently, or attending school and hanging up a coat and bag without the assistance of an EA. How does it work? IAM is as straightforward as scanning a QR code or selecting a daily task. Just hit play on your headphones and let IAM do the rest.
My name is Jake, and I am a student of Active Lives Day program for people with exceptionalities. More importantly, I played a key role in the Inclusion Challenge. As you can notice, I do not speak out of my mouth, but I have a lot to say. My whole life I have been told I have a lot of potential. I know I can do so many things. I just need a little help sometimes to help me through the day. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, people who suffer from brain injuries, cognitive delays, Alzheimer's, and other brain disorders have been left to fend for themselves. To me, it's sad that a teacher can't approach a student to help them in their classroom. It makes me sad that people with disabilities can't have support staff come into their home to help them with their daily tasks. These are people who really need help, people like me.
Thank you so much, Jake. And now let's reiterate some things we already mentioned. In a typical day, the average person completes up to a dozen complex tasks, tasks that due to their nature must be broken down into hundreds of subtasks, forever branching and increasing in overall complexity. For many of us, thinking about these subtasks is unnecessary. But for 15% of the world's population, complex tasks pose a great challenge and an obstacle to learning, working, and relaxing. Approximately 1 billion people encounter some form of cognitive disability within their lifetime, and they are faced with this barrier, inhibiting their ability to learn, work, do chores, or even spend time doing what they love. Due to the pandemic, this challenge is made even more difficult. Teachers, support workers, and family members are much more limited in their ability to help individuals with special needs. Currently, there are applications out there that can help tackle this challenge. ChoiceWorks is a visual instruction application that helps users complete daily tasks. However, due to the nature of some cognitive disabilities, this app is not always accessible or structured enough to give lasting value. Another application that tries to achieve this is the Magnus Cards app, which has largely the same features but has a slightly more accessible user interface. But it still lacks the structure to age with its user. So what is IAM and why is it better? IAM is an independent audio management application which lets users listen to instructions through their earbuds to complete structured and scheduled tasks that help them get through their day while learning new things and learning how to achieve independence. IAM offers all the features needed for individuals to personalize their schedules and activities. IAM is easy to learn, simple to use, and fast to implement. And now let's watch a quick demo with Jake using the app.
Hi, my name is Taz.
And my name is Ariba.
And now we'll be demoing the prototype app we've built using React Native. I have the app here on my phone, as well as on screen so you can follow along. There are two modes available for the user upon initial entry into the app: scan mode and task mode. Task mode is a library of tasks that the user can select from. You'll notice that one task is highlighted at the top. We implemented a time-based queuing system to highlight the upcoming task to make it easier for the user to know which task to do next. The user can also browse through all the other tasks that the admin has set for them. If we go back, there's a scan mode, which implements location-based queuing using QR codes. For example, if the user is in the kitchen and they see a QR code beside the blender, they can scan it and a task will pop up. The user can then decide to scan another task, go back, or do the task that they've scanned.
And now I'll walk you through the instruction screen. So each task has several steps. The audio for each step will autoplay, and once a step is done, the next step will automatically start playing its audio. This allows a hands-free experience for the user while they're performing the task. You can see this as Jake is performing these tasks without the need to interact with his phone. If the instructions are too fast or slow, the user is also able to go through a previous step and skip to the next step, as well as replay the audio of the current step. Now let's watch as Jake completes his tasks.
Place lid on blender. Hold power button for 10 seconds.
And finally, once the user has done their task, they can press their done button and be greeted with a nice congratulations screen.
Thank you, Jake, Ariba, and Taz for going over the user mode. Next, we'll go through the admin mode, of which we had mockups. The admin mode allows the caregiver to modify tasks for the main user. Once a caregiver registers and logs into the app, they can view and edit a task, which includes adding, removing, muting, and/or rearranging the steps. They can determine when the task should pop up first, whether it's in the morning, evening, or afternoon, as well as upload images for each step and record themselves speaking. Administrators in this mode can also add a new task, of which they can pull the task from an online community, or they can create their own custom new task. Once they exit out, it will automatically go back to the main homepage in user mode for the user to use the app. This app enables people with cognitive disabilities, such as people with dementia and Alzheimer's, to become independent. It can be used to bring back dying languages, such as indigenous languages, as well improve self-help skills that are essential to do everyday tasks. All in all, I Am can help individuals learn to become independent. Our app serves everyone of all ages and by extension is accessible to all individuals, and this idea can bring tremendous value to these segments and improve the lives of many people. We want to target specialized education programs that serve individuals with special needs, especially in district school boards and senior homes. As part of our market research, we have been working very closely with Howard, Colin, and the students from Active Lives Day program, and with their guidance, we were able to tailor our product to meet the needs of the Active Lives participants and many other local communities just like them. However, we want to look beyond Ontario and beyond Canada. We want our app to serve and help people around the world. And given the nature of our product, we believe that with ample opportunity, we can deliver our app to the App Store all around the world and tailor to the needs of individuals eager to learn. We believe that we should have no cost to the user, and we will rely on the patronage and support of our local and global communities to help us maintain and improve our product, as it is a win-win for all. This provides a huge cost savings to caregivers, as less therapists would be required in general. The long-term cost of supporting someone with a disability will be greatly reduced, since a therapist or an educational assistant in a household can cost anywhere between $40,000 to $80,000 a year. All in all, I Am is very versatile and anyone can use this app to learn new languages or to remember everyday tasks. However, based on the intensive work over the short period of time, we had successfully implemented the user interface for user mode, and if we were to improve on our design, some of the features we would implement in the short run include an admin mode, as well as a cloud-based storage system to store the tasks that caregivers choose to upload onto a community platform. I hope from this presentation you're able to learn about the impact that our app provides. Just remember, I am because I can. Thank you.
Right, thank you very much, Mac Active Lives. At this point, let's open the floor again to the judges for the last time. And there's two already. Let's go. Firstly, Stefan.
Hello, thank you so much. That's really a great idea that you had. Could you tell us a little bit more about the competitors and the other products that already exist in this area, and what actually your solution provide that is completely original?
So that's a very good question. So the two of the apps that we found very similar to our app was ChoiceWorks and Magnus Cards app. ChoiceWorks was from from the States and Magnus was from Toronto. So the difference between ChoiceWorks and our app is that ChoiceWorks can only offer a text instructions as well as visual instructions, and these steps are limited to only 5 steps. However, ours, we provide both audio, visual, as well as text instructions, and they last for longer than 5 steps. The other app that was very similar, which was Magnus Cards app, they do provide audio instructions. However, these instructions are not automated. And it also doesn't provide the functionality to be able to add new tasks. Like I was trying to use the Magnus Card app and I wanted to add a brand new custom task that I wanted to create for Jake and Connor, but I wasn't able to do that. Instead, I had to use something that was predefined that was made by the app developers themselves, which removes the creativity and functionality and removes the humane portion as the text. The audio instructions are very robotic and it doesn't provide the same lasting value for Jake and Connor as they want to hear a humanized voice behind each instructions. They want to understand that someone's talking to them and not just some robotic voice.
Thank you.
Thank you. And for the next question, John.
Great, thanks guys. Again, another great presentation. My question goes to the order in which people lose function and the differences in cognitive decline and cognitive issues. Somebody with dementia may have issues with color or overload as far as sensory perception is concerned. How are you considering tailoring the offer for different cognitive issues?
So that's a really good question, and that's something that we want to implement in the admin mode. So that's something we didn't mention in our presentation, but in our admin mode, we plan to have a lot of customization options. So for example, we wanted to basically give the administrator or the caregiver the ability to change the layout of our application as well as many other features. So we hope giving that ability to the administrator would mitigate that issue.
Thank you.
Thank you. And the next question from Jocelyn.
Yes, very interesting and good presentation again for an important population. You threw in a little sort of teaser in there about languages going extinct. I wasn't entirely sure how this relates and how you can bring that in. I'm sure it does, and I'd be interested to hear more about it.
Sure. So with one of the key factors is that a lot of languages that are dying have these unique dialects, and not all people are able to understand how to pronounce some of these languages. But with the idea behind having a humanized voice-based instructions, which gets recorded by the administrator, they can actually choose to speak in their own language and in their own dialect. And the pictures, as well as the text instructions, kind of allow the user to understand what that specific dialect means. So by going over these specific tasks in a specific language in their ear, they can kind of understand and grasp keywords and terminology that allows them to learn about new languages, especially the ones that are very difficult and are only transferred through word of mouth.
Very good, thank you.
Thank you. And a question from Colin. Have you considered any neurodevelopmental applications?
So that is not something that we considered this far. So from day one, we were working with Active Lives Day program, and we were kind of tailoring our application, all of the features to the needs that Jake and Connor helped us define. But again, the app is in its infancy, so we have a lot of room to expand, and we won't pretend that we don't want to expand it. So if we have good mentors and a lot of feedback, we'd love to do that.